Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5, Episode 3. Alright, just finished eating. Y'all know I don't normally do videos after I eat because I can't never concentrate because I got a little touch of the itis. But they invited me to a Thanksgiving lunch today. I didn't even work for the department, y'all. But they was nice enough to invite me, and I couldn't pass up no invite, could I? Oh, but I'm telling you, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this video. But, okay, we gonna do it. We gonna get through it. We all together. What did I want to say? Before I got started the video, you guys, I hit 5,000 subbies yesterday. Yay! I am really thankful to everybody who support me. You guys are all real good to me. I always say it. Y'all don't get too much craziness. Every now and then, actually a lot on that Cleveland video, but whatever. But other than that, I am so grateful and thankful to you guys. This has become more than a hobby. But I do love it. I still enjoy it. And, my channel is always on my mind, ways that I can make it more entertaining and better and all of that stuff. Thank you to you all. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Of course, a lot of other YouTubers who have a lot of followers, those that don't have a lot of followers, but people do shout me out and it does help. Every little bit helps. And like I said, I'm just grateful for everybody. We just gonna keep on pushing forward. I want to try to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the summer next year. And it's not that it's all that pressing or nothing, but I am a statistics, goal-setting kind of person. So I set a goal and then I push towards it. If I don't make it, at least I know that I have something that I'm working towards, you guys know. So anyway, just thank you guys all. I'm going to do an official thank you video. And, I do that at the end of the year. Shout outs and all that stuff. I just love my Roxstars. I'm going to give y'all a hug. Y'all like that? Oh, this damn car is tight. Now, the show is just okay. Y'all, the time change is still giving me a hard time. And, about 8:45, Roxanne is about ready to go night-night. It is difficult to stay up till 9 o'clock to watch these shows. I just be sleepy. I ain't adjusted yet. The show is not all that exciting, and I really have a hard time to stay up. And considering this show didn't even get good really until the end. It didn't even get interesting until towards the end. That half the time I was just like, is it 10 o'clock yet? But anyways, y'all, let's get to it, shall we? Now, nothing really with Candy, Kim, or Phaedra. Candy's moving into her dream house. Kim is about to move out of her dream house. And Phaedra, nothing other than, she's somehow was able to get Apollo to get his certification for physical training and nutrition in a couple of months. I don't really know what school he went to or nothing, but hey, whatever you got to do to get to your money, that's fine. That Apollo, ooh. Ain't he fine, y'all? I'm telling y'all, look at him, and he's just so nice on the lustful eye, ain't he? Ooh. Ooh, I don't know what it is, just all of a sudden this season. But, nothing really with them. They got this donkey video coming out, and actually I think it's out already because I have seen, at least I know I've seen the cover of it. Either it's out or it's coming out or whatever. Y'all make sure y'all pick it up. It's still a shame that Sheree, let that ball drop, but oh well. What can we do about that? But nothing else really with them three. Really nothing with Nene either. Nothing other than Greg is trying to get back in. And y'all, that Greg know he got his pimp daddy talk on strong, don't he? Okay, he's sitting up there rhyming and shit. I was just like, okay, Greg, you really trying to get up in there. Greg said he wants the keys to the house and the heart, okay? But he put the house first. Then comes the heart. I just don't know what to believe with these two because the rumor's always been that they didn't even never break up. It's clear that Nene loves him. She's all giggling and blushing about the things that he says, and all that is cute. I know some fucking post-coital talk when I see it. Them two still fucking. They just probably had just finished because y'all remember when you was little, your parents, they had a good night. And see, right now, today, I can realize that my parents probably had a good night before. Back then, I just thought my mom and dad was in a good mood, but that next day on Saturday, your mama's having a good time in the kitchen cooking breakfast, your dad is laughing and everything. That's because they just got finished getting busy last night. If they ain't did shit, everybody just kind of grunting. Your ass had some cereal for breakfast the next morning. They trying to work it out, you know, he putting lotion and kissing on the feet. I ain't never really been turned on by feet in the mouth. Y'all like that? Like, I never could understand people put your feet in their mouth. It's like, you know, your toes, their tongue is running through your toes, and then, you know, what we supposed to do after the foot come out the mouth? It got spit in it. It's just like, excuse me, I know we got this towel for another reason, but can I dry off my feet real fast? Air be getting into it and shit. That ain't really, you know, he didn't slob the feet down, nothing, but still, I was just like, you could hold on to the, you know, the spit in the toes. I'm telling y'all, this video ain't gonna be worth a damn. I'm sorry. But that's it, really, y'all. She's in New York, and Cynthia's in New York. And, you know, besides her regular Nene talk that, you know, she's rised above and she's, you know, all the haters, she can't worry about it. And, you know, that kind of gets on your nerves after a while, because it's just like, how many times you got to remind us? I mean, if you're gonna be humble, okay? You shouldn't have to say it. Fuck, we can see it. If you that way, really, then that's how you really are, okay? So, you have to keep on beating it down you don't have to keep on beating it down our backs. Is that the word? That ain't even it, huh? You ain't got to keep on beating it down our throats, stuffing it down our throats. That's it. She's on the subway, y'all. She got on her nice shoes. I'm telling you guys, I want to know what it feels like to buy some $800 shoes. I mean, I've spent a good amount of money on my purses, but I feel okay about that because they never go out of style. Now, you know those shoes, even though I love those shoes that she had on. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love them. Those shoes, though, are not going to be in after a couple of years. And this is like, what you done spend $800, $1,000 on some shit that's only going to last. I can't spend that much money on something that ain't going to last. I got shit in my closet, y'all, that I have had since my kid was born. My oldest. I had on a sweatsuit, a Puma sweatsuit just the other day. I wore it when I was pregnant. Shit still look good to me. That's called an investment for your ass. Let me get back to the video, y'all. See, I told y'all. What was I talking about? Yeah, she's on the subway. The people are recognizing her, you know, but they did say that they knew her from New Normal. So this is to let you know that Nene just arrived, okay? Because white people didn't know who she was still, obviously, until she got to New Normal. No, and then here come Nene with that damn Madonna and Nicki Minaj British accent. You know, she's just like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys can do it too. It's just like, girl, you doing the most. Now, you guys, first of all, let's talk about Porsha. Okay, Porsha Stewart. Porsha is the granddaughter of Hosea Williams, and I will admit that Hosea Williams is a big deal here in Atlanta. I've heard his name and about his foundation ever since I've been here. He has a very well-known organization called Hosea Feed the Hungry, and as far as I've been told, he's done a lot to help the hungry and the needy here in Atlanta. So yeah, he is a big deal here, and I guess that would make her at least be you know, bona fide. You know, at least now we got somebody from Atlanta with a little bit of money who is married. Okay, so you know, she fits all of the categories, right? She's married to a football player, used to play for Pittsburgh still, as I understand, named Cordell Stewart. He's an ex-football player. Little birdie told me that, you know, there was rumors that he was gay back in the day. There's something about him getting caught in a car with some other man. It was just rumors, though. I don't think it was ever confirmed. However, it did have a little bit did I sense a little bit of the old tight mouth? Like, did I? Maybe not, huh? I was looking for it. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, the whole thing with Porsha and Kenya. Now, I don't know if you guys was watching it last night and found yourself in the uncomfortable place. I was looking at it and I was like, now what is this I'm feeling? Because now y'all know we can't stand Kenya. We don't like Kenya. Kenya is a biatch, okay? Last night I found myself being on Kenya's side and it was uneasy. It was a wrong feeling. I didn't like it. I didn't want to be there, y'all. I was just like, oh, what is this? It's not right. It's not fitting right with my soul inside. I didn't feel like I should have been there. Hey, Lord, somebody take me. Because when I listen to Porsha talk, you guys, now listen, I'm 5'9", okay? I'm tall, I have a deep voice. I have had plenty of people make fun of my voice over the years and tell me I sound like a man. I don't have too much patience for the little teeny tiny voice, okay? I don't. You know, when people talk like this, that shit get on my nerves. Bring it down a little taste. Okay, I need you to deepen it up a little bit. I can't take it. Like, so I have to really get my patience together for somebody that's extra bubbly and, you know, all of that high voice talking and shit. Bitch, shut up. Porsha, when I was looking at her, and I was just like, oh, girl, you was getting on my nerves. Me and my friends, we always used to talk about, she used to have some friends that was real teeny tiny, y'all. And every time they would get together, it was a couple. And her and her boyfriend at the time would get together with this little tiny couple. They would get on her fucking nerves. She would call me the next day and we would laugh about, you know, she'd be like, you know, then the little bitches say something. And I was like, tiny voices and tiny, anyway, Porsha's asking her all these questions, all these very personal questions. You know what? When you ask somebody if they married and they say no, and you can clearly look at them and tell that they over 40, then fuck it, I need you to leave the questions alone from there, okay? Because normally, if they ain't got there by that point, it's a touchy subject, and you need to just go on and let them go on and tell you if that's how they feel. You don't keep on asking, well, are you going to get married? Are you going to have kids? It's like asking somebody when they do and their ass ain't pregnant, okay? Leave that shit alone. I did that too when I was selling my house in LA. I saw this lady and I was just like, oh, when you do, kind of rubbed at her stomach a little bit. She was just like, I'm not pregnant. I was like, oh. So yeah, it's just like Porsha's asking all these questions, and I was kind of with Kenya. You know, I was just like, why are you asking me all this on my first time meeting you? It's like, can we just talk about what we gonna do, which is this damn foundation? And let me just say a little bit about Kenya now. I understand that Kenya, you know, when she was talking to Phaedra, and we were supposed to have this old warm and fuzzy moment when she was telling us about how she grew up. She said that her mom used to torture her. Mom tried to give her away for adoption a few times, you know, and just made her life a living hell for the 35 years that, you know, before she finally realized that she needed to just kind of put her mother in a compartment and not deal with her no more. I'm not going to say too much about that because, yeah, you know, we are a product of our environment, and the way we grew up is usually how we are when we are an adult. I don't really know how true or false it is. I'm not going to say that she's lying because, you know, I'm just not going to say that. I don't know. But I do know that we can't just always make excuses for how much of a bitch that we gonna be is because the way we were treated growing up. You know, as an adult, sometimes at some point you got to make this decision. Now, I know there are some in-depth ways about us that just don't change. And that might be the reason why Kenya is the way she is. She seems to think that she's right and that she's good because she was just like, I used to be hell on wheels. And, you know, now I had to make a decision to be a better person. And I was thinking like, well, fuck, if you was, you know, hell on wheels back then, she must have been Lucifer herself, okay, before she became what she is today, because really, she ain't too nice. Really, she's not nice at all. That's all I have to say about that. You know, it's terrible if her mother was horrible to her, and it happens a lot. There's a lot of people who, you know, grew up in that same kind of situation, but I know that there's also a lot of people who do not turn out to be nasty, you know, fart funky attitude ass people, like my friend Alex says. You know, you just can't go through life being this way and expect people to, you know, really take to you. So I don't know what else to say about Kenya about that. I'm just going to leave it alone. Now, the good thing about it is I found myself back on equal firm ground after a while, because Kenya did eventually get back on my nerves, and that's when we get to this foundation fundraiser. Porsha is having this fundraiser. It's supposed to be something for the children, and she's having it at her grandfather's estate out here in Atlanta. She tells Kenya that it's going to be this, you know, great big shebang, you know, all of the who's of Atlanta are going to be there, and she wants Kenya to come, and I guess Kenya believes that she's being a host, because you guys, you know what Kenya said. She was like, I've been a part of this Miss USA organization for 19 years. People always invite me to these type of fundraisers because when I come, the money flows in, so all I do is show up, and then they are collecting their money, or whatever the fuck she said. So, you know, she's just like, I'm gonna go and make it happen for her. Well, she gets to the damn fundraiser, and it ain't what she expected. Okay, we got Porsha there, and we got a bunch of black women there. I don't really know if they the who's of Atlanta, but I'm not a part of the who's, so who's to tell if I would know if they was part of the fucking who's or not. They just kind of look like some of my homegirls, but you know, whatever. Kenya get up in there, and Kenya just like, this ain't really what I expected. Now, we got Porsha, you know, Porsha's extra bubbly, you know, hey, guys, Kenya is just looking around, and she can't recognize not even one person up in there. So I don't think that she feels like these are the who's either. So Kenya, you know, she's not really the most agreeable person anyway, but she comes even more disagreeable, y'all. She complaining that it's too cold up in there, even though it's fucking 105 degrees outside. This is Atlanta in the summertime, y'all. It is, you got to have some air on. I don't give a fuck. Put a jacket on, but I bet you we ain't turning this air down. Porsha, here she go on the mic. Hi everybody, my name is Porsha Stewart, and I was just letting you guys know that it's just like, okay. Her husband comes in there. Here come Cordell, and you know, she's all, baby, what are you doing here? There's no man supposed to be here. Cordell come, he brings her a Chanel purse. Now, what is we getting Chanel purses for fucking children's fundraisers for? Like, can I eat a motherfucking Chanel purse? Is that gonna really do something for my stomach? What the hell? You know, he come up in here with the Chanel purse, and I guess inside the purse, he didn't put a check in there, you know, for whatever the fundraiser. You know, that was fine, but, you know, I can't stand when people really try to showboat. That shit was unnecessary. Give her the fucking check. What you gotta come in a purse for? You know, she all like, oh, baby. Oh, thank you, baby. Oh, y'all, tell you, I had no patience for that shit. So she kicks the husband out, y'all, because, you know, it ain't supposed to be no damn men there. She gets up on the mic, and, you know, she's just like, oh, we got Miss America here. And, you know, Kenya's like, it's Miss USA. I would think that's a common mistake, you guys. One of my viewers was nice enough to let me know what the difference was between the two. Miss America, you guys, was a pageant that they would have, but it was for women that were in college or studying to go to college, and they wanted to have scholarships. So Miss America was where they, they showcasing their education and, you know, what they knew and things like that. Miss USA is nothing more than a beauty pageant. So it's the person that's the most fit and the prettiest person. And basically that was it. That person that won Miss USA went on to compete in Miss Universe. Okay, so that's for the entire world for those of y'all who don't know. So that's the difference. So, but I didn't know that, and I don't know how many people knew that. I mean, we've always just said Miss America, Miss USA, but I guess maybe after 19 years of correcting people, that shit would get on your nerves. But Kenya is so over it. So, you know, she complaining about everything. She looking around at everybody fucked up weaves at the table and everything, and she's just like, I'm out. I gotta get out of here. She goes out to the front, and here come Lawrence. Now, I don't care what we put on Lawrence. You can put a blouse, some heels, some eyelashes, fingernail polish, lipstick, all of that on Lawrence. Lawrence is still a man. So really, what the fuck was Lawrence coming up there for anyway? To me, Kenya was already trying to start some shit with that, but she just didn't have the patience to carry it through because she was just like, I have a friend that's coming. She never said that it was a man. The child done already told you clearly that this is an event for the who's of women of Atlanta. So yeah, he real late, because you know black people, we is on 15 minutes later than 20 minutes, okay? So he coming real late, and, you know, like I said, she didn't have no patience for it. She's just like, you know, I'm ready to go. I don't feel like going back in there. I just don't feel like it. Well, Porsha is just like, okay, we're about to eat. Where is she? She goes out there, and they have a confrontation. She tells Kenya, you know, that she would like for her to come back in because all this back and forth, and, you know, Kenya's just like, I'm not going back in there. I just have had enough. Porsha says, well, you're disrespectful. This is a fundraiser. And then she's like, well, you disrespected me by calling me Miss America when it's Miss USA. You didn't even research to find out who I was. Porsha was just like, God damn, I mean, that was fucking 20 years ago. Who the hell knows what is America, USA? Like, I'm sorry, whatever, but you know, so you guys, they get to going back and forth. And finally, Porsha was like, you know, bitch, go on and go then. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Well, you know what? Kenya was already leaving anyway, but still, you do feel a little bit stupid when somebody tell you to go when you was already going to go anyway, but you didn't say you was going yet. So it was just like, Kenya was like, she didn't kick me out because I was already leaving. Y'all, the whole thing was pretty simple. But yeah, it was weird for me because it was just like, I ain't really like neither one of them. So I'm just going to just call them both neutral on this episode. All right, y'all. What else? Fix to go up here and try to get this video edited for y'all so I can put it up and be done with it. So that's it. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm itsrox. Channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. That's it. You guys make sure Nope, that's not what I was gonna say. Y'all make sure that you, okay, that's not it either. Y'all, yeah. Yeah, you think I had something to drink, huh? Shit. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Rockstars. Bye.